Craving some Mexican food? Do not think about it twice. Come visit us at Monema number 3, located Highway 77, 1310 Highway 77, Lafayette, Alabama. We have the best Mexican food around. Cheese dip, quesadillas, farm specials, north specials, share specials, delicious salsa, the best salsa in Chambers County. Do not think about it and also can meet the Chihuahua. Monema number 3.
Farmers and Merchants Bank, established in 1934, is your friendly hometown bank. With 3 convenient locations in Dadeville, Hughley, and beautiful Lafayette, Alabama, Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve your personal and business banking needs. Great rates, great service. Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve. Give them a call at 334-864-9941. Farmers and Merchants Bank, proud supporters of Chambers Academy. The Chambers Academy Booster Club would like to thank the following people for donating guns: Dodge and Logan, Chambers Ledger, Crane Septic System, Daniel Lawn Care, Newman Farm Supply, Harmon Insurance, Jack T. Langley Wood Company, Quality First Drywall, Mr. Ice, Moncus Lawn Care, King Chevrolet, Diversified Mortgage, Sanders Logging, Brian's Transmission, Mitchum Auto, King Ford, Kenny Knox, Valley Collision, Allen Scrap, Teague Incorporated, Lafayette True Value, Alabama Georgia Wood, Keith Transmission, and Four Seasons Heating and Air. Star Insurance Group of Opelika, Auburn, Montgomery, and Greenville. With all of life's demands, buying insurance is probably low on your list. Luckily, there's someone who's looking out for you and putting your needs first. A trusted friend is right around the corner. The team at Star Insurance can provide you with great protection with a personal touch. When it comes to understanding your needs, you want someone who can listen with understanding and care. You want professional advice with a personal experience? Whether it's business, farm, home, or auto, their team can help. They're not just agents, they're members of the community. Shepherd Homeworks, established in 2004, headquartered in beautiful Lafayette, Alabama, serving East Alabama, Lake Martin, and West Georgia. At Shepherd Homeworks, we specialize in custom cabinets and millwork built in our very own cabinet shop. Contact Stephen Shepherd at 334-234-1180 to make your dreams become reality. And go Rebels! Lafayette True Value, located on the Highway 50 bypass in Lafayette, is the only resource for your home improvement projects. Behind every project is a True Value. James Allen and his staff proudly support the Chambers Academy Rebels. Come out and see James, Colby, or John Carl, or you can just give them a call at 334-864-9842. And James Allen thanks you for shopping local. State Farm agent Mike Spears is your local and trusted insurance agent. Contact Mike Spears at 334-864-8772 for all of your insurance needs, home, auto, life, and more. You can also stop by Mike's office and see him at 401 South Lafayette Street, Lafayette, Alabama, on the 4-lane. State Farm agent Mike Spear, proud supporter of Rebel Athletics. Go Rebels! Isaac Horton, proud supporter of Chambers Academy, would like to thank you for your support in the coming election. Go Rebels!
Hey Rebel fans, it's Pastor Dave here at Lafayette Heights Baptist Church. Our church is celebrating its 100th anniversary, and we've been so blessed to be here and be a part of ministry in this community for a whole century. And we're looking forward to the next 100 years of gospel ministry here in our city and in our area. And we invite you to come and be a part of experiencing the faithfulness of our God as it extends to you and your family. Come and join us.
Newman's Farm Supply, located downtown on the square in Lafayette. Contact them at 334-864-7006. Family owned and operated since 2011, Newman's carries feed for all of your animals: Tucker Milling, Sports Mix, Value Pack, along with deer feed, corn, hay rolls, alfalfa bales, pine and wheat straw. Newman's is also an FFL dealer. Newman's also reminds everyone to get their CA gun raffle tickets. Raffle starts November 1st. The Pig, Highway 50, Lafayette, Alabama. The Pig, the best meats in town: beef, chicken, and pork. The Pig, the freshest breads and dairy and produce across Chambers County. Down home, down the street. The Pig, where customer service is #1. Piggly Wiggly, Highway 50, Lafayette, Alabama. Proud supporters of your Chambers Academy Rebels. DTA, Daniel Towing and Automotive. Need a tow? Need some mechanical work? Contact Lee and Sandy Daniel at 334-863-4252. Serving East Alabama and West Georgia. You call, we haul. DTA, Daniel Towing and Automotive. Proud supporters of Rebel Athletics. DTA Towing. Mr. Diesel Truck and Trailer Repair and Mobile Welding is a family-owned and operated business with 19 years of hands-on experience. We thrive on pleasing our customers with great prices, quality work, and a personal experience. We offer 24/7 roadside service for semi-tractor trailers, as well as on-site service repairs for heavy equipment. We also offer mobile welding. Contact us at 334-476-0393. Farmers and Merchants Bank, established in 1934, is your friendly hometown bank. With 3 convenient locations in Dadeville, Hughley, and beautiful Lafayette, Alabama, Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve your personal and business banking needs. Great rates, great service. Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve. Give them a call at 334-864-9941. Farmers and Merchants Bank, proud supporters of Chambers Academy.
Craving some Mexican food? Do not think about it twice. Come visit us at Moneman number 3, located Highway 77, 1310 Highway 77, Lafayette, Alabama. We have the best Mexican food around. Cheese dip, quesadillas, farm special, north specials, sherry specials, delicious salsa, the best salsa in Chambers County. Do not think about it. And also can meet the Chihuahua, Moneman number 3.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Chambers Academy Sports Live Coaches Show with Coach Jason Allen, sponsored by Farmers and Merchants Bank. We are here with our friends at Monte Alban 3. We want to thank Luis and Roxana for hosting us again, and David's behind the camera there putting this production together, and I'm here with my friend Chester Carter. Chester, I'm glad you're here.
Hey, Sid, glad to be back here. Quickly, though, we were just here Thursday night.
Quick
back here. Yeah, quick turnaround here, just like the guys are going to have to do this week. And we're going to talk about that big win first round there against Escambia, and look forward to what's going to be happening Thursday night, here at Torbert Allen Field.
Well, like we were talking earlier, I wish we could just go from here and just kick it off now so we didn't have to wait these extra 2 days. But, yeah, there's a lot going on. I'll just go on and tell folks what we're going to do tonight. We're going to give a brief review of last week's big win over Escambia. I believe it was 55-18.
Yep.
And then we're going to talk about a few things with Coach Dillon and with Coach Jackson. And we're going to sit down and review that big win with Coach Allen and then discuss the second round game. And before we get to all that, we're going to actually go ahead and refresh our defensive player and announce our impact players. So we've got a lot on the table here. I know we're going to talk a little bit about brackets as well.
Yeah. We're going to get into all that. We're going to see, in the other side of the bracket, Banks is facing Clark Prep.
Right.
And we're going to kind of look at that at a high level and see what's going on over that way. But we're really focused on Thursday night. Patrician is coming to town.
Yep.
A long drive from Butler, Alabama over here, at least
Absolutely.
4 hours. Kickoff 7 o'clock Thursday night, not Friday, Thursday night. So we need to pack out Torbert Allen Field. Bring your friends, bring your grandmother, bring everybody. It's going to be a nice night out there, not too cold, and we need to get behind these Rebels and cheer them on.
Well, we want to have the same support that we've had these last 2 weeks. For the Giant game with Glenwood, we had an incredibly big crowd. We had a great crowd last week, very loud, and we want to just repeat that. And, like we know, it's another really big game because it's the next game to the ultimate game, and that's why I would love to have us come through with that great crowd, which I know we will. And I also want to just thank everybody for being here tonight. I mean, we always have such a great crowd. We appreciate, a full table of players back there in the back. We just love that folks come out and support us like that. And, of course, all our sponsors, too.
Yeah, I mean, just the party room back here is full, but I know the front dining hall is full, too. So we do appreciate everybody coming out, all the fans, no matter if they're students or parents. So it's great to have you all here.
Well, we're going to take just a short break here, and we're going to come back and talk about some stats and an awful lot more, a little bit about last week and a lot about this week's upcoming game with Patrician. So we'll be right back after we hear for a few words from our sponsors.
Farmers and Merchants Bank, established in 1934, is your friendly hometown bank. With 3 convenient locations in Dadeville, Hughley, and beautiful Lafayette, Alabama, Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve your personal and business banking needs. Great rates, great service. Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve. Give them a call at 334-864-9941. Farmers and Merchants Bank, proud supporters of Chambers Academy.
Craving some Mexican food? Do not think about it twice. Come visit us at Moneman number 3, located Highway 77, 1310 Highway 77, Lafayette, Alabama. We have the best Mexican food around. Cheese dip, quesadillas, farm specials, north specials, sherry specials, delicious salsa, the best salsa in Chambers County. Do not think about it. And also can meet the Chihuahua, Moneman number 3.
All right, folks, we are back here for our first segment. We're going to talk a little bit about some stats from the Cougar and Rebel game there last Friday at home. It was a great matchup here, especially the beginning of the game. It was good, and then how the Rebels took control of the offense, and the defense came out and continued their incredible work that they've been doing all year. The final score there was Escambia 18, the Rebels 55. Rebels had the game pretty much in hand in the first quarter, and it was good to see them come out and just put their will on the Cougars.
Well, I think it was a 28-point scoring quarter, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what we ended the first quarter at. So, it really was not any kind of a slow start at all. I mean, we just took over the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball early and just maintained that flow.
The defense and offense for just clicking on all cylinders came out hot. So the first drive, the CA started out with a 68-yard opening drive with a 16-yard touchdown run by Luke Tarver, and Tarver topped it off with a 2-point conversion.
Right.
And the CA defense, took the field, and they just put out any hope that the Cougars had of putting anything on the board against us.
And, I remember you and I were talking about in multiple series later, there was just no positive yardage until the bad snap on the punt.
Yeah.
It really wasn't a fake. It was a bad snap, and the kid gained about 7 yards, something like that. So that offense was really stymied early on.
Yeah, they were going negative yards every play they had. So then the defense took the field, and they just put them back on their heels. Later on that maybe third drive that two seniors hooked up. That was Baker and Henry with on their third offensive drive with a beautiful 49-yard touchdown pass down the sidelines on the stand side over there with our fans. It was a great, beautiful pass. The place went crazy. I just saw the tail end of it looking out the window, but it was nice, nice hook up there.
I remember some comment about that. I think in my mind it was like something about two plays like something else. We didn't need it. We needed one play.
Yeah.
And it was just a dime and another 6 on the board.
Yeah, and then TJ came out there and had a 2-point conversion on that. The Rebels were up 16-0 at that point. And then TJ kept the scoring going on the next offensive drive. He had a 13-yard touchdown run and a 24-yard touchdown run. So you're right. At the end of the first quarter, the Rebels were up 28-0. And, Cole Baker just kept it going there in the second quarter with a big 39-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Smith. And then they were up at 34-0 by that point. And the next offensive series, Baker was picked off by the Cougars, but then as the Cougar return man tried to return it, Landon Hand somehow got in there and busted it up. Rebels got the ball deep in Cougar territory, so it was a great play there. You can see that there's, the kids don't stop playing.
Well, it was that bang-bang kind of play. You're like, oh, an interception. Oh, a big hit. Oh, the ball's on the ground, and Drew Shepard's on top of the ball. So
yeah,
it was one of those really interesting turnarounds, and it just seemed to fuel that offense and really just kept going. They didn't even slow down. So it was really an impressive 2 or 3 plays wrapped around that interception.
Yeah, and about 3 plays later, Baker pushed it in there with a tush push, as the kids call it nowadays. There, it looks like, and put the Rebels up 41-6 at the half there. And in the second half, from what we were talking about, was it just showed the depth that the Rebels have, on defense and offense. Parker Otto came in, got a touchdown. Jack Nelms came in and got a touchdown. And then the defense just continued to smother the Cougars.
Well, we saw Hunter pick off a pass late. We saw Jack just, scoot. I mean, Jack turned on the burners and scored on a touchdown late in the game. And it was really a night where the offensive line play was extraordinary. I thought just everybody was just blocking, and there was nothing but giant holes. And the execution and the discipline worked well. I mean, the game was very chippy. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Let's just get that out of the way. I thought it got chippy early in the first quarter, and I said this in the broadcast. If I had been an official, I would have thrown maybe I wouldn't have minded offsetting penalties, but certainly some of the other things that happened, I probably would have put a player on the sideline. I think they let that go on just a little bit too long. Not criticizing the officials. They've got a tough job, but I'm just saying that would be, in my mindset, one thing to stop any of that for a playoff round game. You don't want to get anybody hurt.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a lot of going back and forth, but the kids kept their head, kept cool, and didn't take the bait. So
very much so. That's very true.
Yeah, the offense put up 482 yards of total offense, 152 yards of passing. Baker's number came in for 6 for 9, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, and we got to remember to go on to Opelika Auburn News before midnight tonight and vote for the player of the week on that. So make sure you log into Opelika Auburn News and go in there and like that, or vote for him, Cole Baker, so you can win that one. The voting is tonight at midnight. The rushing attack put up 330 yards. Luke Tarver led that with 11 carries, 128 yards, 1 touchdown. TJ Daniel had 3 carries, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 2-point conversion. The receiving side of the ball, Kareem Henry led that with 3 catches, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Ryan Smith came in, got one catch for 38 yards and a touchdown. Then Parker Otto had that 1 catch there in the second half for a 25-yard touchdown.
Well, it was nice to see. It was nice to see the staff bring Cole back. He threw that interception, and he came right back and put the ball up in the air. I mean, it was such a good thing to see, no hesitation, and also good to see him just come out and start letting it go.
Yeah, that builds a lot of confidence for the quarterback, too.
And you have that confidence to go and execute your plan. And one other thing, Chester, I really love all those 3 passes were great, and glad to see Parker get it. It was good to see the big guy get that swing pass.
Yeah.
About 7 or 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and just motor down the sideline for his touchdown catch of the night.
Yeah, he really does a lot of heavy work out there, heavy lifting.
And it's another thing that we saw. We saw good, really dominant blocking downfield. I mean, Drew had a guy down on the ground and just covered up. Ford had a guy down on the ground covered up. So it was just a real perfect execution in my mind of that downfield blocking. Nothing crazy, no penalties, and just executing, got the touchdown.
Yep. On the defense side of the ball, Kyle Hand led with 5 tackles. Luke Tarver had 5 tackles as well. Austin Brooks had 3, and Gray Haley came in with 3 tackles. So on the year, the Rebels are on a 10-game winning streak right now. The offense is putting up about 43 points a game, and the defense is holding their opponents to under 10 points, 9.7 points a game. That is an amazing figure, one of the best in the AISA.
Yeah, the defensive numbers are even more encouraging and kind of awesome to me because our starters have not played very many second halves of games that really mattered.
Right.
They have not been on the field in the second half very often, so those numbers are big.
And if that doesn't shock you, this will. Luke Tarver now has, for the year, 116 carries, 1,452 yards with 21 touchdowns. And let's put that in perspective. He's only playing half a games here and there and was out one game as well.
Well, we talked about it during the game, and I said this multiple times. If you want to tackle Luke, you better buckle up because you're going to pay the price for doing that. Luke does not just take bumps. You're not going to bump him off his feet. You're going to have to get a hold of him, hit him hard, and wrap him up and take him down. So
you're going to need a friend with you.
Yeah, and look at these numbers. And Jacob had the night off, trying to get that ankle, I guess, completely well. And it was just a very dominating, rushing night. Everyone who touched the ball ran over someone, and that I think began to settle into this game. And it really took effect at the middle of the second quarter. A lot of guys didn't want to tackle him.
That's right, but that goes, those holes you're talking about goes, all that, goes to the offensive line.
Absolutely.
Second half, they were just making holes, coming in for the twos coming in playing. I mean, those were just as good as the first team out there, so a lot of credit to those guys for going out there and executing.
Well, this offensive line communicates, and the defensive line communicates, and I think that's one of the things that I see us having such good chemistry together and such good communication. The offensive line play has been dominant, and I thought it was dominant against Glenville as well in a very tight game. They came out and executed. We got holes opened up against a very good team. Got our rushing yards there.
And no Jacob still for the year has 76 carries and 814 yards, still 14 touchdowns set out this game, and two in regular season. And then playing some great numbers there for those two running backs, both juniors. And like the running backs.
Well, now that we're top players, I guess we should maybe restate this week's players. And we say this every week, and it's still true. It is incredibly hard to pick individual talents. We try to look at games. Again, you go down the roster, and there's a big play by his name. You just try to do your best. And we picked last week's offensive players of the game. Our first player was TJ Daniel. TJ had a big night, just really executed very well. And our second offensive player of the game was Landon Hannon. We saw Landon come in and do a lot of really good things. I mean, he's just a young guy, got some opportunity to play again, and played really well, plays really tough. So we really appreciated seeing that. On defense, we had Eli Wharton, and Eli had a great night. I mean, he put some big hits on people. Made big plays all night long, like everyone else. So it was just those guys who kind of, in our minds, stood just a measure higher, and we picked them for our awards for the game. And that leaves us with one other award. And again, this week, we have two Impact Players of the Week. So the Impact Players of the game for the first round Escambia win. The first Impact Player is Drew Shepard. Drew, congratulations. Really nice job. Played great all night long. And we'll let the applause die down in the background. I don't know if everybody can hear that. And our second Impact player from that Escambia playoff game is Cole Baker. Cole Baker played outstanding, and we really appreciate his play.
Yeah, Cole did a great job coming out there leading the offense. He's done a great job all year, just kind of getting folks where they need to be, getting the calls in timely. And he's a cool character out there. He doesn't get really worked up, but he executes very well. So congratulations to Cole and Drew for being the Impact player this week.
Two more of our unselfish players. I will tell you that.
That's
they
right.
are Impact players. They're unselfish players, and we've got a lot of those. A lot of those.
That's right. So now we got all that taken care of and put into bed. Let's look at the brackets as we go into the second round here. The Rebels are going to face Patrician here at Torbert Allen Field in Lafayette at 7 o'clock on Thursday. On the other side of the brackets, Banks is going to be going up against Clark Prep. That's a rematch from earlier in the year. Banks snuck out a win.
Was it 28-21 or something like that?
Yeah, it was a close battle there. So, Banks is going to be going up against Clark Prep. Clark Prep has to go up to Birmingham and play them up there. And Patrician is going to be coming over here to Lafayette on that. Like I said earlier, that huge drive coming over. That's going to wear those guys out. So that's going to be a big advantage to us.
Well, that's a tough trip. It just has to be tough to drive almost 4 hours. You got to come early. You got to come back and get over the drive and sit and then go out and stretch. So it's a long day for those guys.
That's right. So, and the Rebels are 1-3 all time against the Saints. The last meeting was a 20-22 loss in 2017 at Troy in the championship game. The Saints are the reigning 2A state champions. They beat Clark Prep last year. And then we talked about how the Banks is going to be going up, Clark Prep's going up to Banks in Birmingham, and that's going to be an exciting game too. We're going to try to keep you updated during the game on that score as well. And then the winner of those two games will meet down in Montgomery the following Thursday at the Crampton Bowl.
So remember, we're now Thursdays this week, Thursdays next week for the championship game, and we've got an 8-3 Patrician team coming in. We're going to get into a little bit more depth talking about them with our coaches. But, a good team, a solid team. You and I both have watched film. David's watched film this week. They've got players, and I always say this, whoever they bring, whatever scheme, we'll line up, we'll play with them, and we'll let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, so, they're a big rush-heavy team, so look forward. If you're excited about, some good smash-mouth football, that'll be the game to watch there because, like you said, we'll match up with anybody. So it should be a great game Thursday night down at Torbert Allen Field.
Absolutely.
Get everybody out to the field. If you can't make it, you can always catch us here on YouTube, and it'll be a good time. So we just, again, want to thank all the people that came out tonight and thank all of our sponsors this year. Monty Alvin has been great, being able to change these from Thursdays to Tuesdays with no problem. The Coaches Show.
Tuesday seems like a good crowd.
Tuesday's a great crowd. It's just as good as Thursday. And thank Farmers and Merchants for sponsoring the show, as well as Taffy Nelson. She does an incredible job with all the game day graphics, all the posters, and anything we need, she can handle for us. And 2-3 Collective, they're always supportive, getting us pom-poms, getting us, this backdrop here, these shirts, incredible folks, and we love working with them. So we just want to thank them again real quick here. But we're going to take a quick break, hear from some words from our other sponsors, and then we're going to come back with Coach Jackson. And we'll catch you guys in a minute. Farmers and Merchants Bank, established in 1934, is your friendly hometown bank. With 3 convenient locations in Dadeville, Hughley, and beautiful Lafayette, Alabama, Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve your personal and business banking needs. Great rates, great service. Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve. Give them a call at 334-864-9941. Farmers and Merchants Bank, proud supporters of Chambers Academy.
Craving some Mexican food? Do not think about it twice. Come visit us at Moneman number 3, located Highway 77, 1310 Highway 77, Lafayette, Alabama. We have the best Mexican food around. Cheese dip, quesadillas, farm specials, north specials, sherry specials, delicious salsa, the best salsa in Chambers County. Do not think about it, and also can meet the Chihuahua, Moneman number 3.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Chambers Academy Sports Live Coaches Show. We're at Monty Alvin, and we have Coach Kyle Jackson up here. Coach, how are you doing this evening?
Doing well. Thank y'all for having us.
Getting a little excited about Thursday night?
It's here.
Pumping? Yeah.
It's here. We're all excited. We're ready.
Yeah, not too far away. Moving here from we were just with you Thursday night here, then down at the field Friday night, then quickly back here for Tuesday, and then moving to a Thursday night game. Does that pose any issues with the team, that quick turnaround?
It's a quick turnaround. We did get started a little early this week. Got our same routine pretty much. Not that big of a deal. I think kids are ready to go. Everybody's excited. I think maybe a little bit of not want to wait till Friday.
Yeah.
Let's go and get it here.
That's right. So let's talk about the Escambia game real quick, and how did you feel about your line play, against those guys?
I think we came out, played great, started fast. I felt like we, for the most part, dominated our opponent up front. You do that, you're going to win the football game, and I think that's what we did.
Yeah, I mean, it was impressive to watch it. especially in the first quarter, just take control of the game. And then it was, you took any hopes they had out, and then it was just their frustration blowing over. From what we saw, it was anything they tried, you guys were just, in their face, in the backfield, disrupting everything, which was, and then it just led to their frustration, and we saw it come out on the field there with some of the extra pushing and extracurricular activity. So, but good stuff there, and let's just hope we can have another strong performance on Thursday as well.
We're looking for it.
Yep.
Coach, welcome. We appreciate all your time coming up and spending it with us. My first question to you is, in that game, was there anything that the Escambia defense did, early on that surprised your starting group at all?
No, they were pretty much what we thought, what we thought they were going to be. They were aligned how we thought they were going to align. No surprises there. Really, like I said last week, at this point, people are who they are going to be. And, we lined up and played our game.
Well, Chester and I talked about this early on in the game, and we talked about it extensively. There were really giant holes being made on the offensive side, on our offensive line, and we established the line of scrimmage control. And, I think that leads me into my next question that you and I have talked about a little bit. Do you think our, physicality really dominates the game? Is it our physical ability to hit, or are we more technical?
Well, I think it's probably a little bit of both. We practice this stuff. We do the same thing. The guys know where they're supposed to be. They know what they're supposed to do. But then, too, our kids, we got strong kids.
Yeah.
And they work out really hard, and, that's year round. And so I think, in a lot of cases, they're just bigger and stronger. Friday night, it was one of the early offensive plays we ran. They were kind of giving us the off-tackle power right there, and probably trying to take away the buck sweep, because that's kind of what we do. And, we lined up and ran power. That's off the right side over there, and it just collapsed down. And I knew right then, I said, this is going to be.
It seems also, as I replay the game and looking at the tape 2 or 3 times, that kick-out block on either side seemed to just kick people more and more out of the play Friday night. And then the other thing that I was just thinking about is the downfield blocking continues to be really well executed, and it's really physical. It's not just brushing guys; it's knocking people on the ground in the secondary.
Our kids like to block the whistle blows. Now they ain't no doubt about that. And and some of the things that the other opponent will do, they're coached differently, and sometimes those kick-out blocks, look better because of what they're trying to do scheme-wise. But like I said, blocking downfield, we don't have a problem with that. Our kids get after it. Nobody's got a ticket. No line we got comes in with a ticket.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
So, hey, Wes, we're looking, kind of put that in our back, burner here and start focusing on Thursday night. Is there anything that injury-wise up front that we, need to be worried about? Did all the guys come out of the game okay?
As far as, everybody's healthy, especially up front, nothing to speak of. We've just been going through the week trying to stay hydrated well and everything. You think about it, cooler temperatures and everything. You think, well, cramps won't be a problem. Well, they're kids.
Yeah.
They don't get thirsty. They don't drink water.
Yeah, they'll go grab a soda or something.
Well, they just want to drink.
Yeah.
And so during practice, it's cool outside. They're not sweating. No, I'm not thirsty. Well, so we've been hydrating a little extra and putting a little emphasis on that just so we won't have those problems again.
It's going to be a little warmer Thursday than it was Friday.
It will. So, I think it's probably going to be. There's don't really want to get into the weather, but there's a front pushing through, so it's probably going to be a little humid. You know?
Yeah, we'll do the later in the next section.
And
okay.
I think there's a potential for some rain, maybe Friday night as well.
Yep. Yeah, Friday night there is. I think we'll be okay Thursday night.
Oh, that's right. We're playing Thursday, so Friday night we don't care if it rains.
Yeah,
that's exactly
it can rain all it wants Friday.
Coach, I was just thinking about a plate I saw on the film. I don't know if you guys have noticed. They've got a guy who plays defensive end over there. He's a pretty good athlete. And I saw several times where they get lined up in a real low, stretched out position on the defensive end and flop on the ground. Is that an attempt to draw the offense? Is that an attempt to make the offensive line jump?
I assume so.
I don't get what that advantage is.
Yeah,
personally.
I'm not sure, but we have been doing it a little bit in practice this week, so we're used to seeing it.
It seems like to me it's a good chance to get piled on and get buried. So I don't know. I will be looking for that too, and see if that comes through. The last thing I just wanted to ask you about also, we saw Cole do a great job with a hard count. I think it was second quarter, somewhere along there. He had just been rolling up the line, rolling with our pace. And it wasn't drawing one guy off. It was like 5 guys jumped offside, and nobody moved. Tell us a little bit about that discipline. Is that something you talk about, or do you actually work on it in practice?
Well, we work on that in practice. Coach Allen is a stickler. I'll give him all the credit for that. He's got. We don't like to see
It's
offensive
another
linemen
one of those
moving.
things.
Oh, yeah.
Another one of those things that he just really doesn't like. I
Yeah,
guess.
he handles that pretty well. I don't really have to get involved.
Well, listen, we thought the offensive line and we thought basically the entire offense was really clicking. We thought it was a great execution during the game, and the defensive line, of course, plays well. I thought our kids came out and were really into this game. I think they should be ready. I mean, this is the one that counts the most toward the championship game. If you don't win this one, you're done.
That's right.
So I would expect our guys to be prepared mentally and physically and be ready to go up there and play. And we'll just see how that works out against Patrician on Thursday night this week.
Thursday night this week.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time very much. Always, we appreciate you putting up with some of our goofy questions.
I enjoy it.
I do know the game's Thursday, just so you know. The rain
If
bothered
it's
me.
not, I'll send you a text. We'll get you there.
We appreciate it. Folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Coach Dillon.
Farmers and Merchants Bank, established in 1934, is your friendly hometown bank. With 3 convenient locations in Dadeville, Hughley, and beautiful Lafayette, Alabama, Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve your personal and business banking needs. Great rates, great service. Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve. Give them a call at 334-864-9941. Farmers and Merchants Bank, proud supporters of Chambers Academy.
Craving some Mexican food? Do not think about it twice. Come visit us at Moneman number 3, located Highway 77, 1310 Highway 77, Lafayette, Alabama. We have the best Mexican food around. Cheese dip, quesadillas, farm special, north specials, sherry specials, delicious salsa, the best salsa in Chambers County. Do not think about it also can meet the Chihuahua, Moneman number 3.
The Chambers Academy Booster Club would like to thank the following people for donating guns: Dodge & Logan, Chambers Ledger, Crane Septic System, Daniel Lawn Care, Newman Farm Supply, Harmon Insurance, Jack T. Langley Wood Company, Quality First Drywall, Mr. Ice, Monkus Lawn Care, King Chevrolet, Diversified Mortgage, Sanders Logging, Brian's Transmission, Mitch Amato, King Ford, Kenny Knox, Valley Collision, Allen Scrap, Teague Incorporated, Lafayette True Value, Alabama Georgia Wood, Keith Transmission, and 4 Seasons Heating and Air. All right, folks, and welcome back here to the Chambers Academy Sports Live Coaches Show. We have Coach Dillon up here with us now to talk a little bit about the defense as a whole and see how things were going there last Friday against Escambia. And then we're going to look forward to, Thursday. We're all getting caught up, with this change of dates here from Friday to Thursday and having the coaches show on Tuesday. So we appreciate you coming up here. We know your time is very valuable. So let's just jump right into it. And we just want to hear how you felt about how your defense performed last Friday against Escambia.
I thought the defense played extremely well. They followed the game plan to a T. The kids have been locked in. That Glenwood game really got the kids into another gear. And since then, the guys have been locked in, and I feel like each practice we're getting a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, locked in's a great word. I was saying focused.
Yeah.
They were, they knew it was almost like they were coming to a job interview, and they executed on it. They came in there. They weren't messing around. They wanted to get the job done and get ready to go to the next round. That's what it looked like from where we were sitting.
Yeah, they came in and got the job done, and we got them out of the game. And what that has done, that's allowed us to build some depth. Yeah. Which we know going into the playoffs is going to be huge because, everybody's a little banged up, hurt. There's not a team in the state that doesn't have somebody banged up, hurt, tired, And so depth is not a bad thing to have in the playoffs. And that's something that, that's allowed us to do.
Oh, yeah.
Coach, when we were there last Friday night. It looked like we were putting more pressure on early. Now, I may be wrong, but it just appeared that way. Maybe we were just breaking through. Did you have any kind of change or a blitz package or a pressure package?
No, we didn't do anything different. We did bring some pressures, because we knew they were going to have a lot of drop back passes, and we wanted to get in his face. They had some talented receivers.
Absolutely.
Very, very, very talented, skilled players. We knew that they were going to be in some third and long situations, and so we let the defensive ends, do some different things, and they did really well.
Yeah, we saw that, the quarterback could never get his feet set. He was always on the run, throwing the ball, missing his target out there. And that's why Sid was asking that question, because I kept thinking, man, this guy can't even, turn around without having 2 or 3 guys on his backside there. So it was a, good job keeping him busy back there searching for his receiver, which he couldn't find really.
Yeah, I thought the defensive line did a great job. Our defensive line is pretty big. They're tall and they're lanky, and they did a great job getting their hands up when they weren't able to get the quarterback, and that makes it difficult for a thrower, when you have to change the trajectory of the ball. And those guys do a great job.
And their quarterback wasn't an exceptionally tall guy, but he was quick.
Yeah, he was very fast.
Feet. The other thing that I was just thinking about that game is like the defensive line really shut down their run game. I didn't think their run game was effective in any way, except for the quarterback on scrambles.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that it's been that way all year.
Yeah.
The guys have done a great job of stopping the
true.
run. Yeah, and that's been our main focus, is stopping the run. And tomorrow night or Thursday night, we're gonna get a whole lot of runs.
Yeah, that's what we're going to break into next. Is as we saw a little bit of film on Patricia, we don't see much of him.
Yeah.
Personally, I haven't seen much on him, and plus the Rebels don't ever really get to see him that much. We've only had 4 encounters with him in the history of the school. What is kind of offense do they have? Because a lot of folks have never seen them.
It's the wing tee. A lot of folks around here have seen it. It's the wing tee. That's something that this coaching staff is very familiar with. So I feel like we have an upper hand in that. A lot of coaches try to defend the wing tee that don't know anything about it. And this coaching staff has a really good grasp. This is what Coach Allen and Coach Jackson have been running here for years.
Right.
So they understand the blocking schemes, and that really helps things out.
And it's not going to surprise. It's not going to surprise your coaching staff. So it's not going to surprise the defense either. It's going to be something they're familiar with.
Absolutely,
they know how to handle.
These guys have been running it since Pee Wee, and we still use the same terminology and everything. So that allows our kids to play that much faster, I think. What's cool to me is within the same defensive scheme we're going to be running against. We did the high-power spread offense against Glenwood. It was the same defensive concept we're going to run against the wing tee. And that's what makes their guys, so successful, is that they understand it. They understand their jobs and their responsibilities, and it allows them to play fast.
Yeah.
Any changes to the defense? Do you have any injuries? Anything going on? Any changes to start the game?
No injuries. Everybody's good to go. A little bit different approach, you're not going to see many drawback passes. Everything's going to be play action pass. There's going to be a lot of running off tackle. They got one of the best players in the state, arguably the best player in the state. You'll see him. He looks like a horse.
Yeah, he's thick and big.
Yeah, he's a big kid, and I think our kids are excited about that. They're not going to back down from anybody, no matter who they are, and we don't expect them to.
Well, I would guess that we talk about it every week. We get in here and we talk about the key to the game, and I always try to mention it when we get started. The key to our team, I think, playing well is establishing control of the line of scrimmage. And it's like, I think about it, if we receive the ball, our offensive line is going to go out there and try to take that first series and set the tone of what the defense is going to see, and vice versa.
Well, this game, whoever wins the line of scrimmage will win this game. It's as simple as that. Both offenses are high-powered offenses that cut their teeth running the football. And so whoever wins up front is going to win the game. You can mark my word on that.
Have you looked at their defense?
Yeah.
I mean, is it a stout defense, or has it got some opportunities more in there than what you would say on another team?
They're the same kid who plays on offense plays on defense. So anytime you got that kid out there,
right.
that causes troubles for any offenses. And And they've got some players that are used to winning there. That they're going to come in here expecting to win.
Well, we watched them on tape. I watched a couple games, maybe 3 this week. Their kids play hard. I mean, that's the thing that I notice about them. They're
going to play hard. They're going to come off the football hard.
That's right. They come off hard and they stay with the play. They don't give up on plays.
Yeah, and they weren't successful earlier in the year, and I think they've gotten better as the year's gone on. You could argue that this is one of the most well-coached teams left in the playoffs. They have a system, and they believe in that system, and and they could have given up on that system earlier in the year when they weren't, winning.
That's right.
But instead, they just kept working and kept getting. They get better every week, in my opinion. You could argue. I mean, this is debatable that they might be, the best team left. They're the reigning champs. This is who we wanted. Well, we knew this would come eventually in the playoffs. We knew we were going to face Patricia.
And I think there's an advantage there to us. We have the advantage of understanding the offense. We have the advantage of saying we lost in the second round last year. We're going to play a tough team in the second round this year.
Back-to-back years we've lost in the second round.
We have a clear understanding of what our goal is. And, we talked about earlier on we had to win 3 games. You can't win it until you win the first one.
That's
now
right.
it's the second one.
Yeah.
So if we win the second one, we got to worry about the last one. So I'll just tell you, whoever they unload, whatever schemes, we'll line up with them and we'll play. And I'm glad to hear you say we're not going to make a whole lot of changes. We're going to just play them heads up. We're going to try to win that way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Well, great, man. It's going to be an exciting game. I know that, almost like the feel of the Glenwood game,
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah,
To me, this is 10,000 times more important than the Glenwood game.
Oh, yeah, just the excitement they're building up to it.
The Glenwood game was to prepare us for this game. And kids are locked in. Coaches are fired up. I wish we were playing in 20 minutes.
Yeah, we've kind of gone through that. Now, I have one thing. I want to jump back to Escambia just before we let you go. Did we double their big, tall tight end, a wide receiver last week at any point?
We rotated our coverage to him.
So you just basically slid a guy over and covered off.
Yeah, we did that. He's a big kid, and he was a talented kid.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I thought our defense did a really good job against him. He did make some catches. He made some late. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I think one of the plays I saw Aiden come up late, keep his head turned, and just swat that ball away from him.
Yeah, that was a big play.
Has to be discouraging to a guy who's a foot taller than you.
Yeah, when he got off the bus, he was like, we're like, yep, that's him.
Yeah, we all knew it was him when he got here. So, hey, it's going to be a great time. Thursday night, 7 o'clock, Torbert Allen Field. Get down to the stadium, cheer on the Rebels, and it's going to be a good time. And we'll take the Saints out.
Yep, let's do it.
Good?
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Folks, we'll be back here in a few minutes with our word from some of our sponsors.
Craving some Mexican food? Do not think about it twice. Come visit us at Moneman number 3, located Highway 77, 1310 Highway 77, Lafayette, Alabama. We have the best Mexican food around. Cheese dip, quesadillas, farm specials, north specials, sherry specials, delicious salsa, the best salsa in Chambers County. Do not think about it. And also can meet the Chihuahua, Moneman number 3.
Farmers and Merchants Bank, established in 1934, is your friendly hometown bank. With 3 convenient locations in Dadeville, Hughley, and beautiful Lafayette, Alabama, Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve your personal and business banking needs. Great rates, great service. Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve. Give them a call at 334-864-9941. Farmers and Merchants Bank, proud supporters of Chambers Academy.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Chambers Academy Sports Live Coaches Show with Coach Jason Allen, and we have the coach here with us. Coach, congratulations on a big first round win last week against Escambia. Tell us a little bit about how you thought the game went last week.
I thought it was really a good outing for us, a first round win. I think a lot of people in the community I talked to were kind of like wondering if we were going to come out flat, playing a little bit slow. but we've kind of adopted the motto that every day is a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And our kids, try to practice like that. And I think if you can put together practices back to back to back that have meaning and purpose, and the kids practice hard and they're engaged mentally and physically, then you have a chance to play at a high level every Friday. So I thought we came out cooking. I thought the oil was hot early, and we cooked some. We got to cooking on offense, and then Coach played really well on defense as usual. We've hung our hat on our defense all year, and our offense had to catch up as the year went along. We found out who we are, and I'm having a lot of fun calling plays with this group, and I think they're having a lot of fun playing offense. We really got our timing going. We're playing fast. We can play with tempo. We can mash you off tackle. We're getting better throwing the football out in space and making you defend the field horizontally. So I think we've really progressed nicely offensively, and I think we're definitely playing our best football right now.
One of the things that I mentioned early on last Friday night was we came out and we threw a lot of diversity at those guys. We came out with different plays and with different talent executing and gashing them for big plays. And it was like, wow, these guys probably weren't thinking we're going to throw that or run that or get here. And I think it just set the tone along with the offensive line, just blowing people off the line of scrimmage on each of the first three drives.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, it's been a process, Sid. We didn't get here overnight. And I think the Glenwood game really gave our kids a lot of confidence in what we could do as a team. And if we can cut out penalties and we can take care of possession of the ball and not turn it over, our offensive line is really pretty doggone good. These guys understand what we're doing. Our running backs are pretty doggone good. We've got some threats on the perimeter we can throw to, and I think Cole's done a good job of progressing in the offense and getting better every week as well, and it's just kind of come together for us as the year's gone on.
Yeah, that's something we watched all year long is Cole, developing and growing in the offense, getting a lot more confidence out there, and that's extremely good to see, especially coming toward the end of the later of the year here and getting into the playoffs. But with this playoff shifting game to a Thursday night, does that change your prep any?
Well, we came in on Sunday, and we did a lower body lift and watched film, so we treated Sunday like a Monday. I hate having to practice on a Sunday. I'm a big believer in not doing that, but that's by necessity. And so we did it after church and before church, and gave our kids a chance to go to church. Right. So I think we're on track. It doesn't matter now, and it's getting late in the year. We're just excited to be playing. I think our kids will be ready to play tonight if we went out there in about an hour.
Well, we've been talking about it all night. We're ready to go play. I think everybody is. Coach, it's like when we looked at the game, I looked at it the first half Friday night and then came back Saturday and hit it again on Sunday, just trying to get my hands around the game. And one of the things that stood out to me in the game was the number of big plays. And we did have big offensive plays. We had big bursts and big runs, which we expect. But we also had things that I think are really critical to a winning football team. We had a guy hustle down on a kickoff, didn't go out of bounds. He touched it, changed the possession. Well, we didn't have possession, but changed that ball, not getting a penalty. We had one of your young guys go down to recover a fumble. Had an interception that we picked off late. Had your young guys come in and run. There are so many blocks that were effective and long. They didn't just bump and move on. Our guys hit and sustain hits, and they don't stop. No, it doesn't slack off at any point.
Yeah, our guys are just having fun playing football, and that's what it's about. If you're not having fun, it's a game. Yeah. And every game I ever wanted to play in life, I played because it was fun, whether it was Candyland or Monopoly or basketball or football. You want to have fun. Our kids are having a lot of fun. I think the effort part is contagious. Yeah. Our guys enjoy blocking, and that's not natural for a human being to enjoy blocking. I mean, most kids want the ball, right? Right. But we've developed that culture at Chambers, I think, and our kids understand that everybody's got to do their job for us to be successful. And I think as we've gotten into the season, we have gotten more explosive plays, what we want to call explosive plays. And I think explosive plays are good for an offense because it's really hard to go 5, 4, 3, 5, 6, whatever down the field. If you get for long, you can get a penalty or some kind of something happen, even at the professional level.
Right.
So those explosive plays have been good for us. It's made people play. We have some explosive players.
Right.
You got to have explosive players to make explosive plays, and it's changed the way people defend us. We're seeing. There were times last year we never saw one safety in the middle high.
Right.
This year we're seeing one high, sometimes two high, and we get absolutely giddy if we see two high safety. But it's been fun, and our kids are enjoying it, and they're ready to get back out there and play some more.
Well, you talked about pace, and it's always exciting to me as we watch those guys come out and pick that pace up. And, we have big guys. We have a big offense, and it's like they're in such good shape, and their mentality is grind the defense up. And I see it when they get into that pace. They're not dreading it. They're excited to get back up the line, get set, and run another play.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're enjoying it, and they're enjoying being successful, and that's what makes a good football team when kids are having fun.
Well, listen, we'll put a stamp on the Escambia game and move over to the Patrician game. We talked with Coach Dillon, we talked with Coach Jackson about things and different steps in that process. And hey, Thursday night it's the second round. We've not had great luck the last couple of years in the second round. How will you prepare? Will you go into that with your players? Will you talk about that with them?
I told the kids today, what we got to do is take care of who we are. We don't need extraordinary plays from our players. We need them to do their job consistently and not try to do more than we ask of them, because that's when you can get yourself in trouble. I like our team. I think if we play well, we got a great chance to win every football game we play, but we got to go out there and play well. So it'll be a big game. Patrician is the defending state champ, and one thing they have going for them that I think that we have going for us is when they get off the bus and they expect to win when they play, and that's a culture you have to ingrain in your kids, and you either have it or you don't. And so we got to get over that hump. We played a great Escambia team 2 years ago that was just flat out better than us. And then last year we played a game where we made too many errors and we didn't put it in the end zone, and we didn't get to advance. I felt like we should have advanced, but we didn't.
Yes.
So we got to learn how to win this game. This game is all that matters. You win this game, and then you get to go play for the one you've been shooting for all year.
Well, it is very important, I think, when you think about what's on the line. Glenwood was a very big game. I think this is a bigger game because it impedes us getting to our ultimate goal.
Yeah, Glenwood game was good for us. It was good for us because we found out what was in the tank. And I told our kids, I said, I hadn't told them that all year. I said, y'all impressed me. You showed me something that game. That the competitive spirit that's in our kids, the fight, the want to, the I will refuse to lose attitude, and if we continue to carry that with us throughout the year, then we're going to be a tough out.
I agree.
Coach, real quick, we talked a lot about the game there, how Glenwood set up these games and improved the team. What are you looking at Patrician to do? They're going to think they're just going to run something, their normal offense at us, or they think you're going to have a, little trick bag of plays over there against us?
Well, they're absolutely going to do what they do. I hope they change, because that means they don't think they have a chance, and we're going to beat them. But you get right here, you got to do what you've been doing. Now, everybody's got a little wrinkle or two that they throw in, and we do too. But you are who you are, and if you try to change this point in time of the year, that's death. And so they're going to run the football in the A gap. They're going to run the trap. They're going to run off tackle to the tight end wing. In multiple schemes, and then they're going to come back over to the split inside, and they're going to check our oil over there. And if we stop them, then it's going to be a long night for them. But they have a system. They run the exact same system that we've been running for 10 years. And so each play has an answer. If you take away that play, then their offense has an answer built into it. So they'll go to that next answer. We got to stop that next answer every time, and then we'll have a great chance to stop them. They don't throw the ball a whole lot. They don't mix no words about it. They're not trying to fool you about that kind of stuff. Okay, they're going to here it comes, and they got the kid that's going to Alabama, and we got to figure out a way to keep him from body slamming somebody, because he's been body slamming people all year. And then they got a really good fullback that looks like he's been eating weights all year. Instead of lifting them, he's just eating them. He's a big, strong kid, so we got to make sure we stop him. And then their tailbacks got pretty good speed.
Yes.
So those are 3 keys for us defensively. Coach Nesmith's done a great job. We understand the wing tee. Now we got to go out there and we got to stop it.
And, you know, Coach, just talking about that kind of mentality, when you've got that team that is well coached, they have been successful, and they know themselves probably. They're 8-3. They've been playing better. To me, it's almost like they're not going to be shaken up by big plays. They're probably not going to get down. It's probably going to be 2 pretty good teams here that are just going to battle each other. And I would guess mistakes are going to weigh heavily in a game like this. Mm-hmm. This game may be a turnover kind of game that determines it. But I think our ultimate advantage and our ultimate goal, if we play, I think the way we're capable of, is taking control of the line of scrimmage. And if that happens, we will slow that run game down.
Correct. If it doesn't, we won't.
Right. Pretty simple.
Yeah,
it
it's
really
pretty
is.
simple. Yeah, that's the key to the game right there. Is it, we don't have to get the suffering over with.
Right. Well, listen, I wish we could line it up tonight, at least tomorrow, and it would be great for me to be out there looking at it again. But it's an exciting game. I think you're exactly right. We learned an awful lot about who we are as a program against Glenwood. And, boy, tomorrow night's the pay window. You know, we're going to cash our ticket at that window to go to the championship game with another win in the second round.
Hope so. We're ready to go.
That's right. It's going to be a long day tomorrow waiting for Thursday to get here to play that game.
Well, that is our goal. That's what I
Yep.
meant by that. Well, Coach, thank you again. Listen, we appreciate your time every time you come in here and spend time with us. I know your guys are going to be prepared. Loved hearing that the practices went well. Just one other thing, any injuries, anything going on that we
No,
might
I
be
think we're
mindful of?
good to go. You know, everybody's got their bumps and bruises this time of year, but everybody's excited. I mean, this is what you practice for all year long, and you can feel the excitement in the air. I think we're going to have a big crowd Thursday night, and you know, it should be a great environment for a playoff game.
We kind of feel that across the coaches we've interviewed tonight. I think everybody's ready to play.
Yep, I've been calling plays since Monday in my head. I just can't, you know, we're focused, you know, and you got to be focused this time of year. You can't let anything slip up on you. You got to dot all your I's and cross all your T's and be ready to go play.
Well, we'll be ready to be down there to watch you guys and cheer y'all on. We hope everybody else in town gets down there and brings their friends and family down there to the Torbert Allen Field, 7 o'clock Thursday.
Yep.
So it's going to be a great time. Don't miss out on it. So is there anything else you'd like to add, sir?
Yeah, well, you know, Sid agrees with me. It's great to play. We'll see you in the A.
Thank you very much, Coach. We appreciate it.
Folks, we'll be back in a minute after a word from our sponsors. Farmers and Merchants Bank, established in 1934, is your friendly hometown bank. With 3 convenient locations in Dadeville, Hughley, and beautiful Lafayette, Alabama, Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve your personal and business banking needs. Great rates, great service. Farmers and Merchants is ready to serve. Give them a call at 334-864-9941. Farmers and Merchants Bank, proud supporters of Chambers Academy.
Craving some Mexican food? Do not think about it twice. Come visit us at Moneman number 3, located Highway 77, 1310 Highway 77, Lafayette, Alabama. We have the best Mexican food around. Cheese dip, quesadillas, farm specials, north specials, share specials, delicious salsa, the best salsa in Chambers County. Do not think about it, and also can meet the Chihuahua, Moneman number 3.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Chambers Academy Sports Live Coaches Show. We're about ready to wrap this one up here from Monty Alvin. been a great night, great fans out here, a great amount of kids coming out to listen to talk about the last week's game, and looking forward to Thursday night, 7 o'clock down at Torbert Allen Field. We moved the games into Thursday night, and it's going to be a great matchup with Patrician coming into Lafayette.
You know, I think about this, Chester. I think we're ready to play now. I mean, I look at that excitement across the players and the coaches, and, you know, I'm sure Patricia feels the same way. I mean, they're going to come up here and try to win this game and like I say, cash that ticket and get into the championship game. I think Coach is exactly right. We will go out and we will play our game, and we'll see exactly who's going to be ready and play it the longest and the hardest.
Yep.
I have total confidence in us, and I believe we're going to play hard. So I'm ready to kick it off.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup. So, folks, make sure you grab everybody you can.
Absolutely.
Bring them down to Torbert Allen Field, 7 o'clock. It's going to be an exciting environment, great matchup. And the winner will go down to Montgomery to play for the 2A state championship the following Thursday.
The biggest game of the year. I mean, just flat out. This is the biggest game we play this year to get to that ultimate game.
That's right. So it's going to be a great time, folks. Make plans now to be down at Torbert Allen Field on Thursday, 7 o'clock, to cheer on the Rebels. Folks, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch up with you Thursday night.
Thanks, Chester.